Hello and welcome to the Mystical Institute of Healing Arts, led by Alicia McNaughton. Today's class, we're going to be discussing the higher self. I'll bring this closer so you can take a look at the bright, larger being behind the physical being and the different layers of spiritual evolution leading to enlightenment. All right, so the higher self is the angelic being on the other side of the veil. Your soul is a tiny portion of your higher self. Your higher self is the mothership, so to speak, and your soul is the smaller ship that has ventured out to have an experience. It holds a tiny part of your higher self's consciousness. It does this at the beginning of a succession of lifetimes. So our goal is to split off and to make our way back to the higher self after a succession of lifetimes. And that can vary from hundreds to thousands of lifetimes. When we split off, we create experiences with other people and other souls. In doing so, we create karma and karmic relationships. Each time we grow and learn, and so do other people. Some take lifetimes to finish up a relationship. So a soul can move from body to body, lifetime to lifetime, collecting these experiences. Some lessons are harder to learn than others. The choices that we make in each lifetime determine how many times we come back to learn them. We also bring in our creations and our talents, our spiritual talents. Being a shaman, being a writer, being clairvoyant, being able to paint, play music, etc. And when you reincarnate, you might discover that you have a talent for one of those things again. It is important, we still need to have to develop that gift again and remember a particular thing. But whenever a soul has worked on in a particular lifetime, they do take it with them. You can also develop something new. So the higher self is a succession of these lifetimes, a library of information, holding all of those pieces of wisdom that you have collected over your various incarnations. Sometimes you leave one lifetime and go right into the next right away. Other times, you might hang out on the other side of the veil for a little while, or become a spirit guide to another person if you are higher up in your evolutionary process and are able to do so. In your current lifetime, there is a hologram inside of your inner child, your inner adolescent, your inner young adult, your parallel and future lifetimes. You are one big walking hologram of this higher self. It can split off as many souls as it wants, but you are focused on your current lifetime. Everything that you have seen and experienced in your life is a creation of higher self. You are in their world and their reality. Everyone that you come into contact with is merely a reflection of the higher self's reality. So when it's uncomfortable, you are going through a growth spurt, and this challenge is brought to you and it is happening to you, or for you, not to you. So to blame that on another person perpetuates the cycle until you understand why you are in that cycle and what it is that you are learning and how to evolve through that crisis or dark night of the soul and go through a shift, a paradigm shift. And in doing so, you are creating a bond between you and your higher self through self-love and doing the work and allowing yourself to be vulnerable and close in that bond. Each aspect of self that we work with in this process of ascension opens your heart and creates self-love and guides you. Your higher self is your connection to everything else in the spiritual world. Your higher self is your gatekeeper. Your relationship with your higher self makes speaking with spirit guides and spirit people much better, much clearer, safer, higher vibrational because of your relationship with your higher self. It is why I'm able to transvocal channel. A very clean, balanced relationship with your healing process and your higher self, and working through these paradigm shifts and going into higher levels allows you to connect with spirit guides over time. It also helps you to work through some of these denser energies or uncomfortable lower vibrational patterns, vibrations, beings that are unwanted, and you'll learn how to master your empath ability and hold sacred space, keeping the lower things out, understanding why they might be there, and learning how to shift them. Very important work. In doing so, when you are able to do that for yourself, you then learn how to do that for another. And practice makes perfect, just like anything else. Hearing about it is one thing. Experiencing it and working through it for yourself is another. And learning how to present that knowledge and that work for another person is a whole different stage. And you never really want to rush that process. You want to experience it and really own it and step into your power and upgrade. Being guided and held in the sacred corridors your higher self provides. The higher self creates balance between this world and the other world, guiding you to your purpose. Oftentimes people will want to know, what is my divine life purpose? Well, you'll have your purpose for whatever stage you are currently in, and will continuously be shown along the way more about that purpose. And all of the things that you have learned were part of your purpose and will tie in eventually. And you'll understand why you had to go through everything you had to go through and are continuing to go through. Eventually, when you grow, you won't need to go through those things anymore, but you will have new experiences and be able to draw on the experience of your past to help you to understand your present or where you're going. It is fun, it is exciting, it is a creative journey, it is a co-creative process done with the experience of your free will, inviting that spiritual contact in. You watching this today is your invitation to begin. So, you might think that there is one thing in particular that you are meant to do, and that would be the personality or the ego consciousness driving you towards a thing, and it might not be the exact thing that you were looking for ultimately. But it is something of interest that brought you to a space for you to uncover your real package underneath, being brought in through this soul journey on a higher self level. As your awareness changes, you might want to contact a higher power or visibly see one or ensure that that's there, that this is a safe and sacred respect, dignity, serenity, vibration. As you allow that constant companion to be your guide, you'll simply know this vibration. You'll memorize it. Spirit will show it to you. They'll share it with you. It'll feel like a friend that's always there, a hug from the universe. That very special, warm, friendly place inside that's been your internal guidance, that inner calling that's always on your side. That is the voice of your higher self. That loving dignity that, when in integrity, balances all things in your life. If there is a challenge being created, it has something to do with your journey in this life, something that you wanted to go through, something that you chose, that will help you to elevate, that'll help you to realize the journey and what it's for, and carry that wisdom and that knowledge out into your practical existence for others. It'll be your medicine. It'll be something that you have to offer. So while Spirit is showing you these things, again, it is happening for you, not to you. Allowing this constant companion will lead you into a process, into an internal winding, so to speak, of energy releases. Places that you have really never noticed before, but maybe was an ache in your body, or a pang in your soul, or a place that hadn't opened up for you as some sort of want or need or manifestation, something that you had been dreaming about. There had been a blockade not allowing you to send energy there and create it. Maybe it had just retained this deep desire and was not able to physically unfold in this 3D atmosphere we call Earth. As a healer, you'll be able to learn about how to open up these pockets, clear the information, learn about something, carry it upward, and allow the light to mend, repair, upgrade, seal, and grow your aura and light body. As you go through a Reiki journey or a shamanic one, there is a cleanse leading you to your higher selves, as there are many. We are multi-dimensional in nature. And it is an apprenticeship, one that should be offered freely to everyone, which is why we have it here at an affordable rate for you to learn a process for yourself. Finding yourself on this spiral is what it means to be human. You are in a labyrinth of discovery. You are growing. And we are proud of you for opening up this pool of knowledge that gives you an opportunity here for us to observe, listen, acknowledge, hear, and assist all that you are. All that you are, returning to source light from the space of separation and duality. Learning how it feels to upgrade is a wonderful process, a journey that I admire much. So while you are healing, I hope this finds you comfort as you understand the need for higher self interaction. It is the glue that holds all things in motion. It is acceptance that there is this vibration that allows the ego to dissolve and for you to start to begin to open up higher information from the soul, from your source, from your higher power, so to speak. It is the bridge to that higher consciousness that we call source light or divinity. And it is a process to open that gate, to see more of that brilliance, that guidance, that connection. So if you are wanting abundance, so to speak, if you are wanting love, if you are wanting wellness, it is here for you. It is through that journey, through that process of uncovering, of learning from those moments of darkness and despair, that clarity comes in and you're able to lift something up into the air and breathe that light into that heaviness, and the burden is freed. Sometimes you'll need to rely on past lifetimes to remember how to do a thing, or to see why this opportunity has arrived yet again. Why on this spiral you keep seeing the same thing reappearing for you, why you feel guided to a certain place or someone. What is it in that soul relationship that is trying to mend, trying to heal, trying to get you to this place of feeling real, substance, knowledge, understanding, deepening your bond with somebody does that. If there is an emptiness and a longing and you don't have someone, oftentimes there is a soul animal that will come and journey with you, or a special place in nature that will help repair and mend the soul that is longing to connect, or perhaps a crystal or a spiritual friend. There are many ways in which you are able to feel not so alone on this planet, and this is one of those very special beings that is always there, never leaves. You can always rely on this. And there is a team. There is a very strong, sensible, creative aspect of you wanting to come through that higher self and work with spirit. Allowing you to work with spirit brings you into the lessons of being a channel, or being able to be better at something. If there is something that you do now, connecting with the higher aspect of you is simply bringing this burst of inspiration, flooding into you, downloads of information, breaking open the blockades, allowing you to really, really show up as your complete self, in wholeness, in vibrance, and in doing so, you lift others to do the same. So we invite you to take a journey with us and meet your connection to your higher self. Many blessings.